Did you know that chewing gum while peeling onions will keep you from crying? Hello YouTube, how's it going? It's going pretty good for me, thanks for asking. What? You didn't ask? Well, who did? No, somebody did, because I heard it. No, I heard somebody ask me. I'm not crazy! So for today's video, I love how I can go straight from being stupid and silly right into a topic without even doing any segues or transitions. It's like I don't even care or something. Anyway, for today's video slash topic slash moving picture thing, I wanted to talk about what it means to have the perfect life. This topic was suggested by one of the Facebook users, and I must say it quite intrigued me. I mean, really, what does it mean to be truly happy? Obviously, a lot of people have different standards for what it means to be truly happy. A lot of people believe they would be happier if things were different in their lives, which is kind of scary to me because that means there's a lot of people who are just simply not happy with the way things are. And yet most of them claim to be happily married, happily owning a house, happily doing this, happily doing that. But while they're happily doing everything, they're wishing that things were way different, that they were married to somebody else, they had a nicer house, they had a nicer car, they had less snotty kids.
It is currently 12:15 in the morning, and as I was editing through Rant, I realized that in my excitement to use my brand new camera, I forgot to wear the headphones around my neck that I usually wear in videos. That's all.
And then there are some people just straight up wishing that they didn't have kids at all. Some people wondering how they got kids or got married in the first place. And some people who are living with very little but are somehow staying content. So this Facebook user who suggested that I did this topic said that he thinks basically that if you had like $1 billion or something, that would definitely be one of the first keys to true happiness. I mean, I can see where that comes from. You could have whatever you wanted, you could do whatever you wanted. There would never be a time where you're like, man, I wish I could do that, because you could if you wanted to. You have the money. But at the same time, there are so many wealthy people who hate their lives. And there are a lot of wealthy people who wish that things were different for them. There are all kinds of people that are rich or wealthy or well off that have committed suicide because they're just not happy with their life. They feel like something's missing. So I can't really agree with the fact that it's money, because there are a lot of times when money isn't satisfying at all. Then there are people who say that you can only be happy if you have a nice family. But like we stated earlier, there are times in life when family is just hard and you want to kill everyone. So that can't always be the answer to true happiness. It can help when you have a good supporting family and you have people that you love around you, but it's not always the key to happiness. And some would say that the answer to true happiness is straight up love, but at the same time you can have love and that cannot be all you have, but you might still not be completely, totally happy with that. There's all kinds of things that people can say are the answer to true happiness, and I'd like you to comment and make video responses and tell me what you think they are, but in my opinion, I think there's only really two things that can give you true happiness. Contentment and thankfulness. Contentment basically means that you're just whatever. You're content with what you have. You're not wishing that you had this. You're not wishing that you had that. You just say, whatever, I have what I need, and that's enough for me. Sure, you buy yourself something you like now and then, you do something for fun every now and then when you can afford it, but you don't always be wishing that you could do those things and keep telling yourself that you hate what you're doing and you hate your life. Because even if you don't really love what you're doing or you don't really love your life, as long as you're not telling yourself that over and over and you just be content and thankful for what you have, then it can help a lot. I mean, I'm sure you could meet some people who are just not well off at all, but they have what they need to survive, and they have one or two things that they really enjoy to do, or people that they love around them, and they're just thankful for that, and they're content because they're thankful. So contentment and thankfulness is the first thing. The second thing, I think, is always trying to go after happiness. Like we're talking right now, trying to figure out what the meaning of true happiness is. If you're always trying to find happiness, you're never gonna find it because you're always looking for it. Happiness is not an object, it is an emotion, and it's an emotion that you have to choose to have sometimes. And if you're always choosing to feel unhappy, then you're never gonna feel happy no matter what you do. So what I'm saying is just stop chasing after happiness, and maybe you'll find it in places that you didn't expect to find it. Just try and be happy and see what happens. Because I personally am content with what I have. I'm thankful for what I have. I mean, I just got a new camera, which I'm really thankful for, but I was happy before I had the camera, and I'm happy because I have the camera now. I would have been happy either way, but now that I have it, I'm a little bit happier. However, I don't think getting the camera made me happy. Just the fact that I'm thankful for what I do have and realize that there are people who are much worse off than I am, that makes me thankful. It's kind of circular logic in a way, but it makes sense when you really, really think about it. Anyway, give me your thoughts on these things, guys, and tell me if you think I'm an idiot, because I probably just rambled on a lot. But for now, it's time for Hero
of the week.
Our hero of the week this week goes out to a Facebook user named Jacob Gettins. Jacob Gettins didn't actually comment about the topic of the week that week. Week. He actually commented about the would you rather, and it actually was a pretty insightful comment for a would you rather. The would you rather was something like have your eyes glued shut for a day or have your head be magnetic for a day. Actually, I think that's exactly what it was. And he chose the eyes glued shut for a day because he thought that having your eyes glued shut would heighten the other senses and actually give you more of an appreciation for things in the world, and it would just be a lot cooler because imagine how a rug would feel without sight, or how wood would feel without sight, or how things would sound or smell, how they would just have so much more meaning than if you could see them. And it was a pretty awesome comment, so congratulations, Jacob Gettins. Thank you for being awesome. And now for today's shout out. Today's shout out goes out to a YouTube user named Bray124124. Bray124124 was the 10th person to comment on my last video. Congratulations, Bray124124. Shout out to you. Remember, if you would like a shout out on one of my videos, just be the 10th person to comment on this video and I'll be sure to give you a shout out in the next video. And guys, it's 10th person, not 10th comment, 10th person. So don't comment 10 times and expect to get a shout out because you'll just get marked as spam. And if you'd really like to comment but don't have anything to say about anything else I've talked about in this video, here is a weekly Would You Rather. Would you rather know all the answers to the world or know all the people in the world? Anyway, that's pretty much everything I got to say for today and the rest this week. If you'd like to check out any of my other videos, there's a button up here where you can press and click and scroll and whatever and check them out and blah 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 blah. I am Isaac Oli. You are an awesome viewer. And thank you all for joining me once again on Rant. Peace in.
Comment and subscribe. Comment and subscribe. Comment and subscribe. And maybe favorite too.